everybody! Hello! Hi! Hi! Happy Monday! Hello! Unmuted. Right before I started stream, I don't know what I did, but all of my USB ports on my PC like stopped working for a moment, and they were like unplugging, replugging in, unplugging, replugging in, and I was like, I just hit the go live button. Am I fucked? But it's okay. But you know, like now I'm paranoid. Maybe something's gonna happen again. Yeah, it's Tuesday. Oh, happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah. Yesterday was Monday. I didn't stream yesterday. Yeah, disable the Windows default sound. No, I'm not disabling them. No. In fact, I'm turning them up even louder. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yesterday was a bad day. No, I don't remember what I did yesterday, to be 100% honest. Oh, I remember what I did yesterday. Yeah. Okay, I took a nap yesterday after... Okay, I had like some stuff I needed to do in the morning, and then I was really tired. And I didn't stream yesterday because I had to make my schedule, because I was gonna make my schedule on Sunday, but I didn't get home until really late on Sunday. And when I got home on Sunday, I was like, okay, I'm gonna work and I'm gonna do my schedule and I'm gonna get some stuff recorded. But then I decided instead I was gonna play Rebirth, because, you know, why not? And so I played Rebirth. I didn't know I was gonna finish Rebirth, so I stayed up until like 4 o'clock in the morning finishing Rebirth, and I was like, oh my god. And then I woke up, I stayed up until like 4, and then I woke up at 9, and then I had stuff in the morning. I'm trying to think. I had stuff in the morning, and then I took a nap. And then, okay, the nap is the important part, because I don't really take naps that often, right? But Gabriel, thank you for the 2 years. Thank you. I don't take naps that often, but I was really tired, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a nap. And in my sleep, I was having a dream. Like, I couldn't really describe it too much on Twitter, but basically in my dream, I'm sorry, we have maintenance people over right now. It's like, we have like construction going on in the house again, so you might hear them or the dogs. Just ignore them. I don't know what they're doing. I'm locked in my room. Anyways, I had a dream yesterday that I thought that I could, and then I might do anything. But no, in my dream, the dream was I was in the car with my mom, and we were driving through this like church, and there was like church ghosts in there, and we were hitting them like Mario Kart style, but they weren't only church ghosts, they were also like Revolutionary War ghosts. I don't know. And then we were hitting them with the car, and I was like, stop hitting them with the car, bad things are gonna happen. And my mom was like, fuck you, I'm gonna hit them with the car. And then we kept driving, and then when we got back to my house, I was possessed, or not possessed, but like I was being haunted by the ghosts, and they were like physically abusing me and like hitting me in the face and stuff, and like punching me. And every time I would start like crying out for help from like my mom or my sister or my friend, they wouldn't believe me, because like the ghost would stop hitting me. And then I felt like I was being gaslit, and then I was like having a mental like psychotic breakdown in my dream. And I remember I was like sitting in the corner of my room screaming for my sister, because like I was being physically abused by the ghost. And my sister was like, I've had enough of you freaking crying all the time. And then I woke up from my dream, and my cat was smacking the shit out of me. I don't know how long she had been smacking me, but she was smacking the shit out of me when I woke up, because she wanted to get under the blankets. And so I don't know if you guys have cats, but when they want to get under the blankets, they'll like start like clawing at them. But because like I sleep like all cocooned up in them, she couldn't get under, so she was smacking me, so I would let her out. So I think I had a dream that I was being physically abused in my dream, because my cat was smacking me in real life. I was like, what the fuck, man? And then I woke up and I I let her under the covers and everything was fine. Yeah, so that was... Maybe the cat's possessed. Maybe. She kind of like... She really likes to like claw at things and like rip things up. So she has a cat tree with a bunch of like scratching things on it, but they're all really fucked up. And I bought her the same cat tree like a year ago, and she like ripped all like the cat scratching posts on it, like so they're like completely unrecognizable. And so I bought her a new one of the same one, and now it's all fucked up again. And it's okay, like I'm glad she likes it, I'm glad she uses it, she loves that thing, but I'm like, I kind of need to buy a new one. And I don't really want to because we've only had it for like a year, but it's like completely fucked up. So instead I bought her like a really tall scratching post, so I'll see. But yeah, I think I still have to get her a new cat tree. Yeah, well, the one that I bought, the reason I bought like this exact one is because for whatever reason the height worked out perfectly, so it's perfectly in line with my window, so she can sunbathe like at the exact height of my window, and she can like climb and like open the blinds so she can sunbathe on her own. So like I'm okay with buying the new one. It's also not expensive. It's like $50 and it's really tall, and it's not that bad, right? But I'm like, I have to buy another one. Like it's only been a year, so I'm gonna buy like a new one for her every year. Are you kidding me? Having a cat is so rough, man. Yeah, it's a perfect size. Yeah, it's a perfect size. I'm glad she likes it though, because like if she didn't, well, I bought her like a scratching post sometime like a couple months ago, and it was really short, but she likes to like stretch and scratch at it, so it wasn't good enough, so I gave it to my other cat. It's like the cat that stays like in the other part of the house, and that she's really that's the really ugly cat I've posted photos of, the other black cat. And she's like, she likes the scratching pose, but she's too fat to like sit in it properly. So every time I see her, like, it's like a scratching pose that has like a bed on the top of it, and every time I see her laying in it, she's like spilling off the sides of the bed because she's so fat. Why you call her ugly? Because she's fat and ugly, kind of like you. I didn't mean that. Final Fantasy House is one of my favorite internet stories. Oh my god, thank you for the $10. Oh my god, thanks. Yay. Fair enough. Anyways, moving on. But yeah, I finished Rebirth. Final Fantasy 7 game is well, okay, I finished Rebirth, and then someone mentioned the Final Fantasy house, and I was like, wait, I know, I have the context for all of this, and it makes it like even crazier. So then I was like, okay, I'll go back to the Final Fantasy house, because now I know about the stuff that, like, I have the context for this. Because the first time I did the deep dive on the Final Fantasy house, I was like, yeah, I know who, like, Cloud is. Yeah, like, I kind of know, like, I know. But, you know, I didn't know. But then, like, looking back at this, what do you mean they were married and their fucking kinnies were jenovA and hojo? Like, what? And like, it's crazier with the actual context. I didn't really, like, have the context for it, because it just seemed like crazy people that liked Final Fantasy. But now, whoa, it's like even, oh, it's so fucked up. And I'll explain it the way that I can interpret it now. It's a bit of a red flag. If you meet somebody in real life and they're like, yeah, I kid hojo, or like my favorite character is hojo, I'm pulling out my 27 barrel shotgun and I'm just unloading it on you. I think they only have one bullet. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end you. I'm pulling out. No. Why 27? Because 26 is not enough. Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy, man. Like, what? Rebirth is good though. I highly recommend playing it. I think as a game experience, it is the best, well, like the most well put together game I've enjoyed playing recently. Still not entirely sold on 7, okay? 7's still not that guy for me. but I do think Rebirth is excellent, right? I did not really like Remake that much, but Rebirth is an excellent game. Excellent, excellent soundtrack. Hi, Crisis! Hello! Yeah, but it's like... I don't know. It was very good. I didn't realize I was gonna finish it the other night either. So I was like, yeah, like I'll play for a little bit, and then I finished it. I was like, yeah, they released these figures. That I really like. Can I get a picture? They're the Rebirth. I remember seeing when they released these, I was like super excited because they look so good. These ones, these figures. I don't think this picture really does it justice. But oh, it's gonna be really big when I open it, but that's okay. Hold on, bear with me. Oh, it's actually not that big. Yeah, they released these figures. I'll like go to the side. Yeah, they're really nice, and I was like, whoa, I like them. I like Zach. And then I realized they released these figures because it's there was a reason for these coming out, and then I felt like my mind was being exploded into 1.5 million pieces. Yeah. I'll say still 7 is more Kate Sith than Rebirth. Kate Sith is still probably top 3 characters in the game. I love him very much. I don't give a fuck that he's a Fed. I don't care that he's a Glovey. I don't care that he's not actually Scottish. He's the best, and I like him a lot. 30-year anniversary or something? No, it is a scene in the game. Smile. Smile. I did not know. Smile. That was a scene in the game. Smile. That Sephiroth is sick. That Sephiroth costs like 5,000 USD. Yeah, these figures are like $2,500 to $5,000. What? The only time you got all 3? Wow. No. So my problem with the merchandising for freaking Final Fantasy, Square Enix in general, but Final Fantasy, right? I can't even say Square Enix in general because Bravely Default has fucking pop-up parade figures. But like everybody wants nice figures of Final Fantasy that's like affordable, right? And like they have cute ones. They have like the chibi ones or like the polygon ones, and they're cute, they're fine. But like the like actual figures they release are like kind of ugly. I don't know if you've ever seen like the Emmett Selk figure. It's really ugly. So like, or like the like collector's edition, like Omega one or whatever. They're really ugly. They're horrible. Like I would not spend money. You would have to pay me to fucking buy that from someone. I hate them. And the scene inspired Lilia art of you holding the Buster Sword. I'm going to I am going to stick a chopstick through my ear and have it touch my brain. Thank you so much for the thank you so much. Yeah, that was a real yeah, seeing that anyways, don't we already have Sephiroth Leah, or Zack Leah? Zack's my favorite Final Fantasy VII character. Yeah, but the chopstick will come out quick. Okay. Anyways, what was I saying? Figures, they're all ugly. And then the first time they released like actually good figures for Final Fantasy is these ones, and they cost more than a fucking car. Like what? Why can't they make figures that are nice and affordable for the middle class or maybe poor people? Ugly and expensive. These are not ugly. These are some of the most beautiful figures I've ever seen. And I'm really excited because they have these on display at the Square store in Japan, and I get to go see these soon in real life, and I'm gonna take 1 million photos of them, and then I'm gonna drool all over the glass because I cannot fucking afford these, and they're gonna go, haha, you're a poor person, your allotted 5 minutes of staring at it for $20 is over, and I'm gonna start crying right there. And yeah, Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Biggest regret was not buying an Sedan figure I saw at a convention. What? There's this. I know they have like the Bring Arts figures for 9 that they released like a while back. They're quite expensive now. I think the Bring Arts ones for 9 are very nice because the art style for 9 lends itself well to being figures like that. But like when it comes to like Bring Arts figures in general, I really don't like any of them. I think the only Bring Arts one, aside from the 9 ones, that I like is Estinian, but that's because you can't see his face, and the armor works really well with the joints. But like, the Final Fantasy 15 ones, the Final Fantasy 7 ones, the other 14, they're all ugly, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm a figure snob. I don't like them. I just wish that they would release pop-up parades for the other Final Fantasy games. Because they have Bravely Default pop-up parades. I have the Bravely Default pop-up parade figures. And they're so nice. I am a big fan of pop-up parades in general. I think they are amazing quality for the price tag. I think that the paint, 9 out of 10 times, looks fantastic on them. And they're really cute. And I don't know. I think pop-up parades are like the best decision that Good Smiles made in a really long time because those figures are always good. I have a lot more than just the Bravely Default ones. Like, I don't know. I have Promare ones. I'm looking. I have Rose and Maiden ones. I have Persona 5 ones. I think they're really nice. They're very nice figures, and I wish that they would make more. Like, if they were like, yeah, we're releasing a Sephiroth pop-up parade, I would freaking, I would pre-order that shit. I would get my credit card information stolen for it. Yeah, Rose and Maiden mentioned. I love Rose and Maiden. I have Shinku. I need to get the Siginto one still, but I have Shinku. Yeah. Yeah, I really want the new Shinku Nendoroid too, but okay, that's like off topic. Final Fantasy figures are rare except in Japan. I mean, they're just rare in general because they make them, but they're ugly. That's what I'm saying. They make Final Fantasy figures, but they're fucking ugly. And the one time that they didn't make ugly ones, they cost $5,000. Like, what? Pop-up parades are like $40 to $70. They released the Saya no Uta one, or it's on pre-order now. It's like $70 or something like that. And she looks fantastic. Are you kidding me? The Saya no Uta, like L-size pop-up parade, looks fantastic. And it's so affordable. $70 for a figure like that, whereas like the other Saya skill figure is a couple $100 that you can only really get secondhand now. And like, it's so good. It looks so good, and I wish they would make more. It's like 55. Yeah, like 55. I think after shipping, it's a little closer. Maybe 70. Yeah, did you get the Saya Fumo? Yeah, I've had her since Off-Kai. They were really nice, and they hooked me up with her. So I've had the Saya no Uta Fumo since Off-Kai. They're really nice. I'm very thankful for it. So I want to get the little, or the pop-up parade so I can put it together. But I don't really have the shelf space, so I'm like, I'm holding off. But yeah, I don't know. That's my rant. Is I think that they should make more pop-up parade figures for Square Enix games. Aside from, you know, Final Fantasy, there's so many other ones. Kingdom Hearts pop-up parades? Yo, if they were like, yo, we got a Roxas pop-up parade, I would eat it. If they had a Roxas pop-up parade, I would put it in my mouth and I would hang on to it like a fucking chew toy. If they made The World Ends With You, it'd be over. It'd be so good. They have good Nier figures. Why can't they make it for fuck? They released you stole a 50 CM doll. It cost $1 million. They're fucking insane, bruh. Do you own a Keyblade? I have a little tiny one somewhere around here. I haven't pulled out my Kingdom Hearts stuff since I moved, but I have like a Funko Pop, like a couple other little things. Yeah. Hard to make bad Nier figures. Yeah, but like, Nier has so many good figures, right? There's a $12,000 Aerith one. What the fuck? I like the collector's edition for, was it Rebirth or was it the remake? The Sephiroth one? Yeah, oh, he's so cool. This one's so cool. Neither of them, I want a Sephiroth figure. Are you kidding me? I just like the big wing, man. It looks so cool. I have a Homura figure. One of like my dream figures. My friend gave it to me for Christmas, and it's the big scale Homura one of her as like the evil Homura with the big wings. Yeah, it's my pride and joy. I love that. But yeah, I don't know. You get a Sephiroth amiibo for $15. I don't want a Sephiroth amiibo. I want this. It costs $5,000. No. One bad pop-up parade out of 9. One king with the head disconnected. Ah, man. Devil Homura. Yeah, she's so cute. I have her next to like my Nitty streamer stuff and my Mermaid Melody stuff. I have a bunch more Madoka figures, but I haven't taken them out of storage. Yeah. Do you think you can handle 12 inches of Sephiroth? Isn't it like 3 feet of Sephiroth or something? That was like the Twitter post going around. It was like, can you handle 40 inches of Sephiroth? Like, yeah. Bring arts aren't great. I got the twins from 14. The quality wasn't worth it, but I still got them because I love those too. No, Muyu! Hi, Raiders! Welcome! Hello, everybody. Thank you for the $10 double dollars. 40 inches of what? You don't want 40 inches of Sephiroth inside. I don't know. This is my plea to Square Enix. Please make good figures for the Final Fantasy games. I'm begging you. Start with 7. You're sitting on so much wasted money by not making Final Fantasy 7 pop-up parades. Like, actually, those things would go fucking insane in nature. One day we're gonna be reading news articles about a Final Fantasy 9 house. On calm nights, if you listen closely, you can hear the ramblings of a tropical Mexican forcing her cats to reenact I Want to Be Your Canary on a nightly basis. Nai, thank you for the $50 double. My cat, her name is Gigi. They have a... In Final Fantasy 14, they have like a whole quest line where you can get a Vivi, quote-unquote Vivi minion. But his name is Gigi because he's not entirely Vivi, but he's Gigi, but he's supposed to... he's Vivi, right? So, Gigi, my beautiful little mammoth. They should just make an affordable Steiner figure with still like hotcakes. They have made Bring Arts figures for Final Fantasy 9. They sold them in packs of 2, so you could get like Garnet and Zidane, Steiner and Vivi, Beatrix and Freya, I think were the set. Kuja and Red. I don't remember who. Oh, Quina and Aiko. Yeah, they're really nice quality. I think they look really good. Wait, can I find them? They look really good. Being Arts. These ones. Yeah. I think they look really good. But they are definitely not affordable. It's so big. They probably were affordable when they went on sale, but they haven't been on sale in a long time. So they're like... I don't know. I saw them online the other day for like $500 and some dollars. But like, yeah, this is a win-win situation. You get Steiner and Master Vivi together. It's so nice. But yeah, it's a couple $100. I just they don't look that good. I think they look really good. I think the Final Fantasy 9 art style lends itself to Bring Arts figures very, very, very well. I think that it's probably the only Final Fantasy entry that lends itself well to this style of figure. I think the other ones are really ugly, but yeah. Yeah, it's naturally cartoony, so it suits action figures. Yeah. How do people have that much money? Okay, when they sold, I think you can buy these on like the fucking... Okay, when they sold, they were $179. 179 USD. Which I don't think $179 is... I don't know if I would pay for a Bring Arts figure. But you get 2 of them. There's a bunch of faceplates and accessories. I don't know. Like, I guess I get it because it's 2 figures and all these accessories and stuff, and you know, it's still quite expensive. It's still very expensive, but cheaper than, I don't know, I'm looking at this on eBay right now, $664.75. Like, I'm not spending $600 on this, man. You know what I could spend $600 on? Actually, nothing. Yeah, actually nothing. The accessories don't count towards the price. I mean, I'm kind of spoiled by Nendoroids, I think. Right? I'm very spoiled by Nendoroids, so you know, they're like, oh, it comes with all these accessories, and I'm like, yeah, but a Nendoroid is like $60, and I get like the same amount of accessories in it, so I don't really care. So, I mean, the solution is that they should just make Nendoroids of Final Fantasy. They should just make Final Fantasy Nendoroids, you know? Can't beat Funko Pops. Okay. To be fair, if they were like, hey, we're making Final Fantasy Funko Pops, I would probably buy them. Because it's like the only figure that you can get for... I'm not molding. I'm not. You know, I thought about the other day... I thought about getting, they sell like gunplas of the Yorha units. I thought about getting one and putting it together on stream. They were like not expensive at all, and I was like, I should make this on stream because it's like gunpla but cooler. But I didn't get it. I did it. The flight units, yeah, I didn't get it. They didn't have 9S, and yeah, if they had 9s, I would have done it, but they didn't. So I don't know. Maybe in the future I will. I'm thinking about it. I've never seen them before, but they're really cool. So I was like, Autism trigger warning. Final Fantasy IX characters are based around tabletop figures in a 28 to 32mm heroic style to represent an homage to traditional Western design. Is that like real or what? What? Babe, you have spent $500 on Funko Pops. We are homeless. What about A2? A2's okay. A2's okay. 2B's okay. I'm a 9S enjoyer. Will you stream? Near? I talked about this kind of recently, but I'm going to Japan soon. So I'm gonna go to the Near Cafe. So I like kind of really want to play Nier again before I go. I've played Nier Replicant and Automata in the past, but it's been a really long time since then. But I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I've been considering streaming it. Manifesting a Sign of Alice deep dive. Ah, Sign of Alice, burn right to the head. Ah, bring no, get out of my head. Sign of Alice, no. Oh, Pinocchio. Ah! I miss Sign of Alice every day. That was so great. The first time I ever went to Japan, I remember they were doing a Sign of Alice cafe, and I was like, and I didn't go. But I walked past it, and that was a core memory for me. That game was so big. The character design inside of Alice is like some of the best ever. I love that game so much. I miss it dearly. I saw the art book for the first time the other day, and I was like, oh, I miss this so much. Just flipping through it, tear in my eye. Man, I miss it. But yeah, I'm thinking about streaming here. I don't know if I'll be able to, because I want to start 10 soon-ish. So maybe, I mean, we can play both at the same time. Why not, right? Right? I think Nier might be a little nice to play because I haven't played it in a really long time, but it's something I've already played. After Strangers of Paradise. After Strangers of Paradise for sure. So, yeah, don't forget Jack. I'm not forgetting fucking Jack. Are you kidding me? Bullshit. Every day I wake up and stroke my cock. Yeah, I fully intending on playing Strangers of Paradise. I need to know how this, like, I'm so fucking curious how this game ends because it's such a disaster, but I kind of like it. Wait, what? Huh? Stranger's a pig. I know, it's so pig. It gets even crazier? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But you know what? Speaking of things that are crazy, I think it's time we talk about the Final Fantasy house. Right? Right? So, the Final Fantasy house is how do we start this off? I've done a deep dive on this before in the past, and now we're revisiting it for new people that jumped in. When I first talked about the Final Fantasy house on stream, I didn't really realize the extent of, like, on paper what was insane about it, because I did not understand anything about Final Fantasy VII. I've played Rebirth, I've played the remake, I've played Crisis Core. I've got some context, at least for a little bit. You must like Final Fantasy. Would I put together a house full of people that were convinced they were reincarnated from Final Fantasy characters? Would I? No. Yes, you would. I really wouldn't. Back in the days of Tumblr, right, there was like people that thought they were reincarnated from, it wasn't even just reincarnated from like media characters. If I can be 100% honest and talk about some of like the crazy shit, there were people on Tumblr back in the day that were convinced they were like Jeff Dahmer reincarnated. They would be like, yeah, my kinnies, who I definitely was in a past life, are like Eric Cartman, Juko Enoshima, and a historical figure whose name starts with an H that I won't say on stream. And I was like, what the fuck? What? Like, yeah, so, I mean... And you would just find people like that all the time on Tumblr. They'd be like, yeah, like, I'm the reincarnation of like a real life serial killer, and then like all of these other like random anime characters. Yeah, I'm Fluttershy reincarnated, and also I don't know if I can say these names on YouTube, but you know. I was Donald Trump in a past life. What do you mean he's still alive? No, because that was another thing. They would be like, I'm Donald Trump or something like that. They'd be like, yeah, like I'm this like currently living criminal reincarnated. But like the fact that like they're actually still alive, we have a split consciousness, and I'm going to be the host after like the main body dies. What are you talking about? What are you talking? No, the mental gymnastics was this. Wait, this is like, okay, for example, okay? Yeah, pre-order. See that baby? I'm him. They're placeholders. Yeah, so like somebody would be like, yeah, I'm like, I don't know, Gypsy Rose. I am Gypsy Rose reincarnated. But doesn't matter that Gypsy Rose is still alive, because we share a split consciousness. And when she passes away, I will become the main body. What are you talking about? That's definitely not how that works, man. Banning Piran from Tumblr. That was while the Piran was still active. You would find these people and they'd be like, yeah, I kid a famous artist. And they would post like pink girly pop things on their Tumblr. They would post like anime thirst traps. Like, or like they would post like dreary yaoi, and then they'd be like, yeah, I kin that person. What? Asian lore. I can't talk about it on stream because I'm gonna get, I don't want to DM from that person. I can't talk about that on stream, but I want you to know that I so badly want to, but I can't. Pio, thank you for the $5. Maritoga, thank you for the $5. And Pio, thank you for the $5. I only wish someone would be convinced that they share a split consciousness with me. It's like winning at popularity. I don't want anybody sharing my consciousness with me or thinking that they are gonna be me reincarnated. The only person that's me is me, bitch, okay? I don't want you thinking you're me, or I don't want to see like Leah Kinney's running around, because that would weird me out, right? That was like one of the first things I considered when I was a VTuber. It was like when I was like coming into phase that kinnies were still pretty popular, and I was like, if somebody ends up kinning me, I'm graduating. Like, I wouldn't be able to continue streaming and living my life normally if somebody started kinning me. Like it's one thing to, like, have an Oshi and really like them, but if, like, you kin me? Like, you don't know me? You don't know me? No? That's not the way that works. Nuh-uh. Absolutely not. Did you meet anyone who was a reincarnation of a normal and useful member of society? Makes sense. You were active there. Stop it! Moose, thank you for the $5. No. No. I did not have like a I'm the reincarnation of this person. Like I had a kid, like, yeah, this character is so me for real. But was I convinced I was a reincarnation of said character? No. I would just be like, yeah, this character and me, we share a lot of common personality points, or like we have a lot in common with each other. I think the most extent I did with that was freaking Michiru Matsushima, but I would never say I was Michiru Matsushima reincarnated. I would just say that she was literally me for real. I didn't get into the RP enough. I can't. I'm gonna sit there and stand on business and say I'm Lady Gaga reincarnated. Absolutely not. Absolutely the fuck not. No. She's like your Ryan Gosling. She is my Ryan Gosling. She's my everything. Nobody will ever understand the extent that I love that character, but that's okay. Yeah. Chrissy, thanks for the $10. Looking for 20 plus roommates for my Face Connect house. You could be any talent but Leah. I'm already Leah. I wanna be Leah. I'm already Leah. How about Muu Muyu? I'm already Muu Muyu. What about Pippa? I love Pippa! I'll be Shiina. I'm already Shiina. I can still be Dizzy. I'm already Dizzy. I'll be Tenma. I already picked Tenma. What about... I don't know how the rest of the song goes. You should have been Leah. You should have been any talent at all. Nerve Tenma. But okay. Leah's. I don't know what that means. I'm not saying it. Eric, thank you for the $2. Stop cooking. I'm going back to the kitchen. I'm going back to the kitchen. The Final Fantasy house. Final Fantasy house. Okay, so where do we begin with this? Okay. Where do we start with this? Let's see. Start with the beginning. Yeah, okay. Look up headmates. Oh, I know what headmates are. Okay. So Final Fantasy VII. Okay, once upon a time, Final Fantasy VII. There is this fan page that Final Fantasy fans can talk about Final Fantasy VII on, okay? And it's like there's so much to this. Okay. Basically this person's posting on this fan page a lot, and they really like the character Zack. Okay, Zack from Final Fantasy. Let me get a picture of these guys, because this is what we were lacking the last time. Okay, when I didn't know Zack was a character before I started playing Final Fantasy VII. I thought he was just Cloud with dark hair. Can explain. I'd never seen this character before, and nobody talked about him, so it's not my fault. Okay, Zack. Mi Gungaga. Yes, Mi Gungaga himself. Awesome. Oh my gosh. Wait, I lost it. There's so many different parts of this. Okay. So this person really likes Zack. They're posting on this Final Fantasy fan page, right? And they're like, yeah, like they ship Zack and Cloud. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who Cloud is, right? So Cloud, he looks so pure and beautiful. Stop! That's my Pookie. You shut up. Why is he begging? That's my Pookie. You leave him alone. That's my Discord kitten. How do I leave my Discord kitten alone. The price of freedom sure is steep. I'm gonna bash my head into a wall. He really is whimpering here, huh? Zack is the type of character to start whimpering and panting for no reason. And if you're like, Leo, what? He would. He kind of does sometimes. I don't know why. He just does it. That's just the kind of person he is. He's awesome. He's the best. He looks like he asked for permission before he gets a boner. That's not even funny, man. His actual nickname is Zack the Puppy. Yeah. Wait, you know the hungry for dumb apples? You're a dumb apple. You know that scene where, like, in Rebirth, Sephiroth is like talking to Cloud and he's like, such a puppy, and everyone was like, oh my god, what the? He's talking to Zack, actually. I think about that all the time. Do you even know what that is? What? A dumb apple? What? Or a boner? Wait, what? Wait, I don't remember what I said. Do I know what a dumb apple is, or do I know what a boner is? Is unless there's like a different meaning. I thought dumb apple was just the Banora apple from Final Fantasy. Does it mean something else? Wait, dumb apple urban dictionary. Does it mean something else? Dictionary. No, it's the Banora apples. Stop. What? It doesn't mean anything else. Like, why are you guys asking if I know what a boner is? I look at boys kiss. Of course I know. It's when they kiss, and then one of them goes, "Thank you for kissing me," and then they should walk away. Yeah, just like in all good yaoi. Anyways, Final Fantasy VII house is a house where... Okay. We go. To like punch myself in the leg to stay focused. Okay. This guy really likes Zack, ships Zack and Cloud, and runs this fan page. And then one day, after running this fan page, they get a message from this person online calling them Hojo. They're like, yeah, I'm Hojo. Okay, you don't know who Hojo is. Let's get a picture of... I don't want this on my stream. I don't know who that guy is, but he looks like he bought his real... That's my Pookie! Don't say that! Stop! Don't be mean to him. That's Pookie. I love him. Why are you being mean? Hold on, I'm getting a picture. Hojo. Okay. This is Hojo. Okay. This is Hojo. If you don't know, Hojo is a character from Final Fantasy VII. Who's an awful person, okay? If you meet somebody that's like, yeah, I can Hojo, maybe erase all trace of you ever living a life anywhere. Yeah. He, brother, ew. Yeah, I know. I trust him. He is a scientist that... I mean, yeah, he's not racist because he doesn't see any physical attributes about a person. He just wants to experiment on you, right? That's his whole thing. And he does a bunch of horrible experiments on people, and he does horrible experiments on Cloud and Sephiroth and Zack and Aerith and a bunch of other characters, and he's like this big evil guy. He's horrible. Yeah. He's a doctor, but I don't know. Yeah, you know, as one does. Red, he's a horrible guy. Yeah, and yeah, he's Sephiroth's dad, and he commits NTR. The list of crimes goes on with this guy. Liana want to say, but old man is literally topping discount Sasuke. Okay, don't call Zack discount Sasuke. And they're fine like this. I need to keep Hojo as small as possible on my screen. He cucked Vincent. I mean, who wouldn't? Sorry. So, anyways, this guy that really likes Zack. Okay, right, a difference. There's this guy online that really likes Zack as a character. He really likes Zack. But then he gets a message from this person that says they are Hojo. Okay? Okay? They kind of talk sometimes, and Hojo starts calling Zack, or the guy that really likes Zack, just Zack. He just starts calling him Zack, right? And maybe they roleplay, maybe they don't, but it's... Yeah, you know? It's online. It's the early 2000s. Maybe they roleplay a little bit. It's kind of normal for back then. It's harmless, so it's fine. Nobody says there's anything erotic about the roleplay. Okay, that's not a thing that happened. Okay, it's not a thing that happened. You can have roleplay that does not have to be nasty. Okay, that's something that you guys don't understand, but that's fine. It wasn't normal. It very much was back on forums in the early days. Okay. You guys say it wasn't because you didn't have friends online. That's okay. I'm here to teach you what it was like to have online friends because I know you guys didn't experience that. So, yeah. It's an AOL Messenger chat. Yeah. So they start talking, and then one day this Hojo person messages the Zack person and is like, oh look, I have fan art I made of this other character named jenovA. Okay, jenovA is Sephiroth's mom, kind of a little bit. Let me get this. Okay, Sephiroth's mom, kind of. Image here. jenovA. Okay, jenovA. There. So we got jenovA's Sephiroth's hot mom. Anyways, what a MILF. Okay. You gotta use the OG to get the point across of how cooked it was. I don't want to go digging for too much, because there's still stuff I don't know, right? But that's fine. That's fine. You get the point, jenovA. That's not the point of what we're talking about. Okay, get a gist of the situation. Anyways, Hojo sends the Zack guy a story that he wrote with jenovA and Hojo, and the Zack guy is like, yeah, like, or oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Zack guy writes or does fan art of jenovA and posts it to the forum, and then the Hojo guy messages Zack liker and is like, whoa, what you did was really good. Is this one of your memories? And the Zack guy is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, I'm just writing stories, man. I'm just writing fan fictions. I'm just drawing art. And then the hojo guy was like, well, my wife wants to talk to you. This is a red flag, okay? So then, like, the hojo guy introduces Zack to his wife, jenovA. And she goes by the name Jenny Nova. Or just Jen, but her name is jenovA. Jenny Nova. And she says that she's a sorceress. Right? She sends like tentacle emojis and stuff in her texting patterns. And the Zack guy is like, what the fuck? Can you believe she wasn't a sorceress? I can't. Maybe you're right, man. So the Zack guy is like, what the actual fuck? And then Hojo and jenovA are like, do you have memories of your past lives? Or like, would you be interested in us trying to like jog your memory of like your past life? And Zack's like, what the fuck? And so jenovA tells the Zack guy, remember, the Zack guy does not think that he's like Zack. He's not like, I'm a kinny of Zack. He just likes the character Zack. And they started calling him Zack and being like, you are Zack. And this guy was just like, I just like the character, okay? There's a difference between liking a character and being convinced that you're a reincarnation of that character, okay? jenovA and Hojo think that they are these reincarnations, but Zack is he's just a guy that uses the internet that really likes Final Fantasy. Like, that's it. They really needed a Zack to fill their group chat. It's like, actually. So jenovA tells the Zack guy that there's alternate universes to our universe, and that in these alternate universes, video games and the plot of video games and everything that happens in a video game is real in alternate universes and really occurred to us at our past lives. And it's up to us to get our memories back from our past lives and you know, like, think, you know, like we have past lives. Yes. Yeah, and basically grooms this kid into, because this Zack is like 19, okay? Like, that's a kid. Basically grooms this kid into thinking that, you know, they are Zack, even though this person's like pretty normal. And they're like, well, you have to think about this, right? Like, you're both from the country. You both really love your friends. Like, you don't really have to believe in like magic or anything, but you like adventure, right? Right? You guys have a similar speech pattern. You live in a basement. Zack was locked in a basement, and you don't like living in the basement. And you hate it. He hated being locked in a basement. You are Zack. And this kid is like, that's probably not true, but okay, is like their response basically. It was just like, that's probably not true, but like what do you even say to that, right? Like, okay. Gaslighting anyone seems really on brand. It is on brand! Like, that's the thing, is like, I didn't realize the first time I talked about this, it's like actually so in character. You both talk like, yeah, exactly. He lives in a basement. They both breathe air. You both have dark hair. You both have 2 arms. You both have a scar somewhere on your body, right? You both have skin. You have organs. You both talk. You both capitalize letters in your sentences. You both you both have eyes. So basically, how the Final Fantasy house actually starts. So now you know how these people met. You wake up in the morning, you go to bed at night, you use the bathroom. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Basically, around Christmas, the jenovA hojo invite Zach guy to meet them over the weekend because they're like gonna be and like visiting, like come visit us. Okay. And Zach guy was like, it's a bit expensive to come visit, but Hojo and jenovA were like, no, like we'll pay for it. Come out and see it. Like we really wanna, you really wanna like meet everybody. And so he goes to meet them, and when he gets like at the bus to like get off the bus and like go to their house, when he gets off the bus, Hojo is like there waiting for him, wearing this is like in real life. This person that is convinced they're a Hojo is wearing a lab coat. When he gets off the bus, the first thing he sees is like my oomph from online is wearing a fucking lab coat. I'd get right back on the bus. I would be like, I think we have to. I think this is the wrong guy. Didn't they live in Pennsylvania too? Yeah. State College, Pennsylvania is where this takes place. Whatever. That guy is like, whatever. So they go back to their apartment, and when they get back to the apartment, jenovA is there and starts like screaming starts screaming at like this is the first impression that guy gets, is that like he walks into the apartment and then jenovA starts screaming at the Hojo guy and then turns around to Zach and is like being super nice to him. And a part of like what makes this story famous is that like the apartment that they were living in is like super disgusting, right? There's just like a huge mess in the apartment that they live in, and it wasn't cleaned when he came to visit either. So he just like sees like the messy apartment and is like, oh, okay. Then whatever, they take the Zach guy around Pennsylvania to like look at the stuff, and like it's fine. And then it's not fine suddenly. Apparently, like, the jenovA person wanted to buy something but didn't have the money for it. And so she started, like, throwing a fit, hoping that, like, the Zach guy would offer to pay for it. But he spent all his money, like, going to visit them. So he was like, no. And then it was, like, I don't know. I identify as Palmer. Ew! I'm too poor. So, whatever. While he's like staying with jenovA and Hojo, the Zach guy gets into a really big fight with his mom, and jenovA and Hojo were like, no, don't go visit your family. It's okay. Like, we're here for you. You should stay with us longer. Oh my god. Like, we'll take care of you. Everything will be fine. I love how this goes from Tumblr core to trailer trash core. It really ranges the spectrum. I feel like it's Tumblr core from beginning to end. Maybe trailer trash and Tumblr sometimes are synonymous. Oh, Jesus. So, yeah. They're like, yeah, Zach, don't worry about it. Like, you know, stay here. We'll take care of you. And Zach is like, well, I don't want to cut my family out, but I will stay for an extra couple of days. And basically, the jenovA person starts telling Zach that her mom is like super abusive too. Zach never said his mom was abusive, by the way. Like, they just got into a fight. And I think that like you can get into fights with your family that aren't like huge, like, you know, like you get into fights with your family, but like I wouldn't say that like those fights are like I'm like always like to the extent of like abuse or something like that. Like, you could just get into disagreements with your parents, right? Like, that's pretty normal, and it doesn't have to get into like anything more extreme. It's just like, I got into an argument with my mom. and then I didn't want to talk to her for 2 days, and then I called her 2 days later and we're fine. Like, that's normal, right? Like, that's just how it is. Yeah, it's just a part of living. But jenovA was like, yeah, Zach, your mom is abusing you. And I was abused by my family too. So Hojo had to come and save me from my abusive family. And like trauma dumped on this kid basically. And that she had this one friend that trained her to have like to be Sephiroth. Like she was like, yeah, like I had a friend train me to be Sephiroth, which is like, what does that even mean? What? That is pure gaslight, right? Right. Anyway, so a couple days pass, and Zach guy is like, okay, I'm gonna go back home. You know, it's time for me to go home. Like, And so he is like stressed out because he doesn't have money, and like he brought like a pet with him. I think it was like a rat or something, and he was like, really stressed out because like he just wanted to take the rat home and he wanted to go home, but he didn't really have money. So he was like, I'm just gonna go to the bus stop early and go home. And jenovA was like, we're gonna take you to the bus stop ourselves to make sure you get there on time. And he was like, Zach guy was like, okay. And like was like, you know, was the time right? And jenovA was like, yeah, like don't worry about it, we got it. An episode of Criminal Minds. This is an episode of Criminal Minds. Like actually. So whatever. He was like, okay, like I'll trust you with like the bus times, but somehow from an honest mistake they missed the bus by an hour, and jenovA was like, oops, nope, that was totally not my bad. I just looked at the schedule wrong. Like it was an honest mistake. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. From an optimistic perspective of the Zach guy, right? These are your internet friends. You've probably been talking to them for a couple of months. You know, they're kind of weirdos, but you meet people on the internet that are weirdos, but you know, they turn out to be good people. It's like an honest friendship. You want to see the best in the people that you're friends with, right? You don't want to like think that like you're like, you have bad friends, or like that your friends are like shitty people, or like your friends are like, you know, gaslighting and grooming you. You don't want to believe that right off the bat when you meet someone. I think in most cases. Sometimes it depends, but I think in a lot of cases everybody really wants to see the good in the people that like they meet. So the Zach guy brushes off like the weird instances with them, and he's like, you know what, like it was weird, but they're my friends, so I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna visit them, right? True, I guess hindsight's 20/20, but when you're in the moment, right, like you know, like you have these instances where like you don't want to see the bad part of the people that you're surrounding yourself with, so you keep giving them chances. But then, you know, obviously when you're out of that situation and out of that relationship, you can look back and be like, okay, you know what, like that was fucked up, or like I was being groomed or something like that. I feel like it's fairly normal, right? Unfortunate, but it is a normal experience. So as it would turn out, Zach goes to visit them a couple more times. Yep. And there's other people involved in this. Yeah. There's one girl named Eris. Like Aerith, but it's Eris. Hold on, I need a sip of water. I've been drinking coffee the whole time, but now I'm dying. Okay. Basically this Eris girl, if you don't know Aerith in Final Fantasy VII, everybody knows Aerith. She is Zach's love interest in Crisis Core, right? And when Aerith or Eris meets the Zach guy, they become friends, right? Like they're friends, They think they're cool people, right? Like, yeah, they're not seeing each other as love interests. They're just like good friends. You know, you meet someone and you're like, yeah, this is a good friend, and you don't have any romantic inclination towards them. But jenovA was like, no, because in the game, Aerith and Zack are lovers. You have to have sex in real life right now, and would like put aphrodisiacs and stuff in their food. And like the Aerith and Zack people were not interested in each other like that at all. Like they did not want to do anything like that at all. And yeah, she would just try to force them into like doing stuff like that. And there was weird interactions between this Aerith person and jenovA with them like getting freaky with each other, but that's like kind of that's besides the point. Eric, thanks for the $2 Jeffrey Epstein to final. It's like a kinship stream on replay. I have say regarding Oremo, Ayase is better than Saori. Can I ban you from my chat for having a wrong opinion? 1984 bitch. What the? It does sound hojo code. It's jenovA. jenovA. There's like also some stuff about jenovA and hojo getting into LARP fights, which, you know what, that's kind of whatever, but I think that's fine. People LARP. It's a source of enjoyment for some people. I'm not gonna judge on that. You LARP camp and that, if that's your thing, that's fine, right? I would consider that pretty normal. Okay, time for a LARP fight. It's lame, but it's not insane. Yeah, it's kind of lame. It's kind of dorky. But like, am I gonna when I'm like writing a call out post for you, am I going to include the fact that you enjoyed LARPing on it? No. If it's not hurting anyone, then whatever. Yeah. Okay, so whatever. A couple times go by, Zack goes to visit the people again. You know, they're his friends. He wants to hang out with them, whatever. So he goes back to their house and brings one of his other friends so they can stay with them. They're like going to a concert together in the area, and they're gonna stay with jenovA and hojo. And when jenovA and hojo meet Zack's friend, they give her the kin assignment of Vincent Valentine. You guys, should I get a picture of Mr. Vincent Valentine up here? Vincent Valentine. Okay. I might have to make Zack smaller. Hold on. Vincent Valentine. Oh, it just takes up my entire screen. An entire screen worth of Matt Mercer. Awesome. Okay. Zack. Here's Vincent. Cool. Got it. Yeah. Vincent Valentine is Vincent. Yeah. Oh, that guy. Yeah, Vincent. They give him the government assigned Kenny of Vincent, or her, the government assigned Kenny of Vincent Valentine. But you know what? Like, she said Vincent was her favorite character, so that's totally fine. Whatever, you know? If someone was like, heh, you're just like blah blah blah, I'd be like, yo, cool, awesome. Pretty harmless. jenovA was like, I want to try doing a past life regression with Vincent and Zack. And so jenovA made them come into her room and lay on the floor and then started playing music from the game to try to get them to quote unquote regress into their past life. But like, that's so fucking stupid, man. So they were cracking up laughing the whole time because like, come on. the whole time, and jenovA got really mad at them, being like, you guys are being difficult, and you know, like, they were like, I guess, chanting in like quote unquote Cetra language, which is like the ancient language, quote unquote, in Final Fantasy VII, and they were like so dead ass about it. But Zack and Vincent were just like cracking the fuck up because like, how? What? At one point, jenovA tried to get the Vincent Valentine person to draw her self-insert doujinshi, which involved jenovA as a character has tentacles, okay? Which she wanted to draw doujinshi of Hojo, the character, and Vincent, the character, being non-consensually, fictionally, anyways, by tentacles. And you know, that was a thing that happened. Oh my god. Let's see, what else? jenovA basically would just like constantly like, I don't know. There was a bunch of red flags while the Zack person was visiting. And then eventually the Zack is like, you know, the couple, Hojo, jenovA, they're annoying. I don't particularly think they're like reliable friends, but I do enjoy being around them. So eventually they offered for Zack to come move in with them. And Zack was like, you know what? Why the fuck not? Again, looking at the situation through rose-tinted glasses. You know, they're friends. They can be annoying, but you know, overall, they're pretty fun to hang out with. They're weirdos, but like, you know, dumb 19-year-old behavior. Exactly. Like, not really thinking the smartest, not thinking like critically, but you know what? Why the hell not? It was a different time. You know, it's just 2002. So it's like, what, 23 years ago? Yeah. 22. So he ends up moving in with them into their apartment. And part of like getting, or like moving out, was that he was like going to get a job at the supermarket to like support himself. And after moving in, like, Zack would realize that like Hojo and jenovA would like get into these like really violent arguments with each other every single day, right? Like, they would like the way this is described is like they would get into these like full blown out like fist fight arguments with each other, screaming and punching and like physically violent with each other, and then it would go quiet. And then a couple minutes later, they would be having like the loudest like wall shaking lovemaking session ever. And it was like kind of like an everyday occurrence in this house. Jesus. Yeah. So, yeah, sounds like well-adjusted people. So, whatever. Eventually, like, the Zack guys job was like cutting his hours back, so like he didn't really have a lot of money, but he was also like the sole provider for their house. Like they would rely on him to like cook or like buy food and stuff, but then what they like jenovA would complain that like the food was bad or like that there wasn't enough food, but they would like never do anything to help out. It was like all on Zack. Yeah, and then to like make everything better, pretty much like every single day, jenovA would wake the Zack guy up at like ass o'clock in the morning, like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, to go and look at like fairy rings and like other made up weird shit. But there was like life in the slums. Yeah, so apparently one of like jenovA Hojo's friends that would come around to the house a lot was kin assigned as Sid Highwind. I think I have to add this photo to our wall of characters. Sid Highwind. Highwind! He's so handsome. This guy. Sid Highwind. If you know him in the game, he's quite awesome. He's a great character. And as it turns out, in real life, the kin assignment, he's a great guy. Yay! Maybe there's a happy ending to this. No. So, a Sid guy, not my boy Sid. Imagine being assigned Sid Highwind. He's like easily the best character of this array of characters besides Zack. I think Zack's awesome, but I mean, you're kind of... We're scraping the bottom of the barrel here, man. So, anyways. Damn, he looks older than me. I think he's quite old, right? I don't know. Anyways, that's not important. At what point did Zack become aware he and Eris were given aphrodisiacs by Hojo and jenovA? I have no idea. I have no idea. I think it's like a hindsight thing, right? Because eventually, like, all of this stuff, like, starts adding up and Zack does, like, become aware and leave. Spoiler, but... I don't know, like, how would you be able to tell you were given aphrodisiacs, man? I have no idea. I don't want to find out, but I have no idea. Anyways, this Sid guy was super normal. He would like come around the apartment all the time, and the Zack guy would always be told stories from jenovA and Hojo, like, yeah, Sid's a dick, don't get along with him, like, don't talk with him, and, you know, don't get involved with him. But like, when Zack would talk to him, Sid was super nice, super normal, super grounded, and like it's just like a normal fucking person, right? It doesn't take much. So yeah, and like I don't remember if like he lived around or like lived at the house, but he would be there quite often, and then when like Hojo and jenovA would start being like fucking psycho, he would leave. And I don't know, but the Zack guy basically was like, you're struggling a lot with living with them, and he was trying to get out, but he like didn't really realize like what was going on and what he needed to get out from. And then the Aerith person ended up leaving, and after Aerith left is when Zack guy was like, maybe something's not right. So the situation that kind of like ends it all is that Hojo and Zack, like, they would go to bookstores and steal books because they didn't have any money. And one night when they're doing this, they get a call from jenovA, who's crying that Aerith is leaving and left stuff at their apartment, and she's crying, and she's like on the phone crying and having a meltdown about this and threatening to herself. And you know, Zack and Hojo are like freaking out because they're like, no, don't do that. So they race home, And they try to like get a call or get a hold of Aerith to figure out like what exactly set jenovA off. And basically like Aerith laid into jenovA and said that, you know, like, you were abusing me. And you know, so they like race to go home, and when they go to their apartment, they like find jenovA like on the floor saying that she like her wrist and was like going to, because of what happened. But when like Zack saw like what had happened, when they saw what happened, they said that it looks like she just poked herself with safety pins. Oh my god! And yeah, basically Aerith was like, you know, these people are fucking crazy and they're abusive and they're insane, so like I'm leaving and I don't want to be involved in this anymore. But Zack, like, you're pretty normal, so like we can be friends still, but like, you know, you need to realize that they're like abusing you. And Zack is like, I don't fully believe that, but like maybe. So yeah, basically Zack was in a super abusive relationship with these people and couldn't really get out. And so the like final arc of the story, right? Zack is so naive. Nah man, it's ending. He's getting out of there. They'll cast Kiraga, she'll be okay. Yeah, just start LARPing Kiraga. I'm sorry. Overrode the safety. No! Yeah, the final fantasy, the only fantasy here is yours, and you will be its final witness. I don't remember what Clive says. Anyways, so basically, Hojo, jenovA, they want to move out of their current apartment because their apartment is completely disgusting and dirty, and nobody ever cleans it. And they always rely on like the people they have coming, like their guests, to clean the apartment, or like Zack. But like Zack was, you know, like working and doing what he could to like pay for stuff for the apartment, so he was never really home to like be able to like, or like in like a space to like clean, right? Because it's like it's gonna be, if you're living with roommates, it's a group effort, right, to keep things nice and clean. But like the new apartment was a one-room apartment, and the problem with the one-room apartment was that when jenovA and Hojo would start beating each other and making love, Zack would like sit in the living room, cause you know, like you know. But now it's a one-room apartment, so like, where's Buddy supposed to go? Yeah, and at this point too, like jenovA was like stalking Zack's like normal behaviors. Like they would watch everything he was posting, everything he was writing, every conversation he was having with friends or his family. And you know, there was like nothing that he could do because he couldn't really like ask for a way out, because he would like be stalked by this person. So he was trying to like get out of there, but like every time he would leave the apartment, like jenovA would stalk him outside of it. And like one of the reasons that jenovA gave for not being able to get a job to like help pay for things was that she was pregnant with an astral baby. She couldn't get a job because she was pregnant with an astral baby. I don't know what that means. That's a valid reason. Yeah. Yeah, those astral babies can really take years to come through. Yeah, I'm gonna use that as an excuse for when I'm taking my break for when I'm in Japan. Instead of saying that I'm gonna take a break to go to Japan, I'm just gonna be like, yeah, sorry guys, I'm pregnant with an astral baby. I'm gonna be in labor for the next couple weeks. I was an astral baby. But my disability, constantly pregnant with astral babies. So the day that they're supposed to move the apartment, Zach has to go to work, and he can't afford to not go to work this day because they don't have money, right? And his hours were already so little that, like, if this was the only day they were letting him work, then, like, he had to go, right? Like, my hours are cut, we're not making a lot of money, so any hours they give me is gonna be good. So, he, you know, instead of helping with the move, he's like, I have to go to work, which I feel like, in the normal perspective, is completely reasonable in this situation, right? Like, we are struggling to freaking put food on the table. Go to work, we'll take care of the move, would be the normal reaction to this. However, jenovA says that she sensed like a disturbance in the universe or something, and her astral baby was kicking and she couldn't help with the move. And so, and Hojo had school because they were in State College, Pennsylvania still. So he couldn't help with the move either. He has class, Zach has work. I feel like those are perfectly reasonable, you know. So jenovA, can you take care of it? No, I'm pregnant with an astral baby. Yeah. And Zach did not go to work because he was the only one now that had, you know, to move, I guess. So basically, jenovA and Hojo got into this big fight, and like she wanted to like buy all of like these fancy like things for the house they couldn't afford, and they were like, no, we can't afford them. And so she started screaming at Hojo, saying she never loved him and that she was gonna leave him, and Hojo screaming back at her. This is all in public at this point, by the way. And so they leave jenovA's ass at the store and go home. And they I guess they like pull up at the new apartment, and it's already getting super messy again, right? And so and so yeah, they were like miserable. I saw like somebody mentioned this earlier, but yeah, I remember this from the first time. It's like jenovA would wear like this skirt, but it was like she would wear it as a shirt or like a dress. So it's like it's a skirt, but she would pull it all the way up so to make it a dress. And she would wear it every single day, and then on top of that, she would not shower. So she's wearing the same skirt dress every single day and not showering. And she would just put like glitter on herself to bathe, quote unquote. Yeah, even in the summer. And Zach was like losing hours at his job, so he was only making $6 a week because he was only working 1 hour at this time. And you know, in the early 2000s, minimum wage was very, 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 did they even have minimum wage back then? I don't know. But, I don't know. He eventually one day like had a meltdown. You know, he just reached like the end of his rope, Zach, and just took a change of clothes with him, and the only money he had. Oh, he got his shoes stolen. That was like what did it for him. Somebody stole his shoes, and he just like melted down. And so he tried to like leave, and was homeless for a little bit, and tried reaching out to like Sid, so that way Sid could help, you know, get him out of the situation. And yeah, I guess, you know, Sid's friends helped get Zach out of the situation, and yeah, and everything was fine. And then Zach went and shared his story online, and then it became really famous. And yeah, he's happy and out of the Final Fantasy house, which is great. Considering everything that happened, which doesn't seem like, I guess in text, like that insane, but I could not imagine living through that. The real kicker is that the jenovA person goes on to do a bunch of other crazy shit and make more cults, and like she is like absolutely still batshit insane. But at least for the Final Fantasy part, it's low-key the end. Yeah. Sid is so reliable because he contained the spirit of the real Sid. He was the only real person. He was actually the Sid reincarnated, the only real one. The best Final Fantasy cult until 14. Auntie, thank you for the $double. And she still hasn't showered. Yeah, I feel like she should be in jail. She made more houses, and she had like some cult or something like that with like the Earth person. And there's like a whole thing about her, like, that still continues, and it's insane. There's like, she thinks that she's like a god reborn, and she has this like, oh my god, I don't know. More people from the Final Fantasy house came out to talk about their experiences, and so, but like one of them also made their own cult, and it's crazy. She might be a VTuber now. She could be a VTuber now, or she could be running a VTuber agency. I think she's cut out for both, in my professional opinion. She might be perfect for either of those things, or both of those things. Yeah. Is there a cult infighting? I don't know. Maybe they're infighting with each other. I know there was like so much about like this person and this person fighting with each other, and then there was like call-out posts for the cult from this person, but this person didn't agree with it, and then there was like a bunch of talk about this person going to prison, and it still continues, and it's crazy. Yeah. I want to keep this woman as far away from Leah as possible. I don't want anything to do with this person. No. Shower. If you're gonna stand within 40 feet of me, shower. Yeah. But yeah, that's the plot of Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. I hope you guys enjoyed my TED Talk on explaining video game lore to you. Very canon, very true to the lore. It really did happen. 10 out of 10. Yeah, maybe I rated it with their wines. No. The Salk in the shower? Yeah. This is a universe right there where Zack brings a guy to replace him, and then Hojo gaslit him into Cloud. And then Itoko takes the $5 down. No! No! That'd be so sad. But yeah, that is the Final Fantasy House Revisited. Which is still crazy, even if you don't have the full context for the characters. Alright, thank you for the gifted subs! Let's see. Streams this week coming up. A little short with the streams this week. I'm having like some schedule changes for real life stuff this week, and I'm gonna try to work out like to figure out how I'll be able to block out streams and stuff to make it all happen and get some other work done at the same time. So this is like a transition between like schedule changes for me this week. The story somehow gets crazier knowing just a little bit more about the characters. Yeah, exactly! Salga, thank you for the $10 double dollars. It was the first Leah VOD I ever watched. Brag, thank you for the $5 double dollars. But yeah, more bullshit this week. Yeah, Strangers in Paradise, we have a fashion collab, so hopefully the other 2 streams this week will be pretty enjoyable. Night, thank you for the gifted subs. Yeah, real life has to come first. Oh, there's like some stuff for phase that I'm still working on. I gotta get some stuff prepped for streams next week, because next week is Valentine's Day. Yay. Next week is also Saya's birthday, which if you guys did not see the announcement, Samuel, thank you for the 5 subs. Saya will be graduating from Phase Connect next week. I believe it's Monday. It's also her birthday, so please make sure that you guys go and support her and that. Yeah, so it would mean a lot if you went to support her last day in Phase. Yeah, I know, it's quite shocking, I think, for all of us. Like, how do I say? It's nice knowing that she is taking steps to make herself happy, but a selfish part of me is very sad to see her go, because, you know, she's still a member of Phase. She'll always be a member of Phase, right? But selfishly, like, there's still a lot that I wanted to do, and I really wanted to become closer with her. I know that she has been going through some maybe not so easy times, and even though her and I were never super close and we didn't talk often, like, I really do wish her the best, and I will always regret not being more pushy when it comes to interacting with her. I think that's like a big part of at least my thing, is like, maybe I'm just not pushy enough to like be super close with the other girls. So this is kind of a wake-up call, at least for me, that like I should be more forceful when it comes to this stuff. But yeah, Saya, I feel like we had a lot in common, and I wish that there was more time for us to explore that and talk about things. But even if she's not streaming as a member of Phase Connect anymore, she'll always be around, and she's always welcome in, you know, around Phase Connect. And you know, we always are gonna wish her the best, all of us. And yeah, there might be stuff that comes out in the future that she's a part of, you know, part of the announcement that Sakuna made on the graduation post, is that she might be around for future projects and stuff, so the door is not entirely closed. So I hope that you guys can keep that in mind too. Yeah. It's a little weird because it's the first graduation we have in Phase Connect, but I'm super happy that, you know, it's something that she will make her happier, I guess, going forward. But it's always going to be really sad for us, the other members at least, because like, yeah, you know, it would be sad no matter who it was. Graduations are kind of a sad thing, but it's also not a goodbye, so it's important to keep that in mind. Yeah, chance for her to come back in the future, I don't have any answers about that. To be honest, I did not even know she was graduating until the day before the announcement was made, and I didn't even know that the announcement was being made this week. Yeah, I was told like the day before, and I was like, oh, okay. And then when the announcement came out, I was super shocked because I figured there was gonna be a little bit of time between now and then. But again, like, that's her decision and something she worked out with management. It's not really important to have, me specifically in the loop for this stuff. So, yeah. The stream on Valentine's Day would mean a lot to us. Yes, I'm streaming on Valentine's Day, you sad, stinky motherfuckers. I will stream on Valentine's Day, of course. Yes. I'll also be streaming 14 on Twitch some point this week. Is Tuesday? I might do Thursday. I don't know. Not like Leah has anyone else to spend Valentine's Day with. Actually, Valentine's Day is a rain day. So I would be spending Valentine's Day with my static. Fuck all of you. If only we were raining on Valentine's Day, those stupid people in my static are in relationships! It's fine! It's fine! It's really fine! No, it's okay, it's nothing. Hopefully next week will be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I have a lot of good stuff planned for next week at least, so that way we can keep the energy up. It's important for Asaya's birthday. At least I would ask of you guys, don't make it a sad thing, right? Send her out with the happiest memories that you possibly can. It's her birthday, man! Don't make her cry at her birthday! Be super happy, super high energy. Yeah, and even if you're sad, then put it in the form of love for her. Yeah. Cry later about it, but at least let's make the stream for her as happy as possible. Yeah. But yeah. Too late, I'm already sad. Well, keep it to yourself. Other than that, I don't have anything else to say, so I'm gonna raid into Runie. Otsuria, everybody. I will see you on Thursday, not tomorrow. Thursday for Fashion Collab with Rie. Yeah! Otsuria!